about my pet turtle, and I also posted a picture of my pet turtle. I never took it out on a leash because it lived in the backyard in a little plastic pool.
Would you though have taken it out on a leash? Would you have walked the turtle publicly, be seen like that?
Was it a terrarium or was there water in it?
I made it. It just had a little water and
had the whole thing.
It just, Tommy the turtle came back every summer, and it was a long story that we don't have time for right now, but he was great. Tommy the turtle was a wonderful, I'm very fond of that memory, so I relate to that story.
Did you post a picture? We saw the picture of you.
Yeah, it's posted on social media.
Okay, good.
I love turtle soup.
All right, there's no other diversion right now that we can give you to take away what's coming at us here in the weather. You know what? The visibility has been reduced even since the top of the hour from this exact live picture. We can see less of the Empire State Building. We cannot see past, well, really, we cannot see any of Lower Manhattan from this vantage point because the visibility has reduced to this point. We are below freezing also in Central Park, 31 degrees. Plus, we've got drizzle, precipitation over the area. So we've got some issues with freezing rain. That's when the temperatures are below the freezing point. Rain falls on top of that surface and creates an icy glaze. And so sidewalks, steps, overpasses, bridges, all these areas that are very cold will see ice accumulating. The main roadways do a little bit better even right near the freezing point because they're well traveled. That helps keep the temperatures a little bit warmer right there at those surfaces. But needless to say, a winter weather advisory has been posted, and you need to take your time with travel and be aware of these conditions. 1 to 3 inches of accumulating snow is possible north and west of the city and north and west of 287. So those are the areas where we see snow. Everybody else has got this slushy, sleety, icy mix that we're going to have to put up with for the early part of the day. Winter storm warning, that's where the snow accumulation will have. Winter weather advisory is the tricky travel for today. Behind the precipitation are some pretty big winds, and I think that will really cause some problems later tonight. These are potentially damaging winds with gusts up to 50, even 60 miles an hour isolated in spots. So on the AccuWeather satellite radar combo, you can see cold air to the north of us producing snow showers. Light for the accumulations, but still just enough to sort of slow people down. Areas in pink getting the mixed precipitation where it's either freezing on surface or falling as little ice pellets. Much of the afternoon will be dominated by rain showers, but the accumulations are expected to be 1 to 3 inches for northwest New Jersey, including Sussex and also through Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess County, Orange County also. This is an area just to the north up in Kingston, Poughkeepsie, where we could see a ½ foot of snow and some of the highest elevations. Much of the big snow, however, will be left for places like Boston, where forecasting at least another foot of snow there with this system. So it wraps up and pushes out of here late tonight, but it leaves behind some very fierce winds. We could see some streamers behind the storm that produce additional snow accumulation for those high elevations out of the winter storm warning. For everybody else, it's big winds late tonight and into tomorrow. Creates a nasty wind chill for Monday. There's still a breeze around on Tuesday, so even though temperatures look fairly moderate, the winds are going to get wild at times, and that's going to feel uncomfortable. Right now, the wind gusts are featured late tonight into early tomorrow, 35 to 40 mile an hour range across the board. Isolated spots of a 50, 60 mile an hour wind cannot be ruled out. The winds are big right through tomorrow afternoon. Finally, these winds will start to taper off on Monday evening. Tuesday still looks a little bit breezy, but Monday is when we get the brunt of those winds, really tonight into early tomorrow morning. So snow accumulation again north of 287. 37 is the high in the city tonight. We're just above the freezing point, but the big winds will make up the difference in how it feels. So freezing is how we begin the work week. The AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Temperatures do hover in the upper 30s and low 40s through much of the week, but there are these small little nuances in each day that make things very tricky. For example, today we're dealing with the messy, wet weather. Still some melting happening with these temperatures as well. Tomorrow, it's all about the winds. Tuesday, I think, looks like the most mild or calm day. 38 degrees, still breezy. Then we're back in the clouds and back in a wintry mix by Wednesday night, Thursday, even into Friday morning. So we'll be watching that real carefully for you.
But you don't, I mean, your gut sense of that's going to turn anything major?
No major storms. Like today, Boston is getting dumped on with this storm. We're kind of on the backside of it. The next storm we'll have to keep our eye on.
All right.
Yeah. Mother Nature wasn't happy the Patriots won either, so just how it goes sometimes.
There is always something happening in the city, and here are some events you can add to your list. I think tomorrow tickets for NYC Off-Broadway Week go on sale. Theater goers can get 2-for-1 tickets to more than 45 off-Broadway productions. Cool. How great is that? Off-Broadway Week runs from February